Alright, so before I go ahead and get started here, I always have this problem where I try to pronunciate the entitlements to a certain movie or the name of a certain actor. So this next movie that I wanted to do a review on, I'm having a lot of complications in having to pronounce it. So my fiance, who's in the background right now, she's going to help me out by giving a little pronunciation to it. So, honey, is it The Curse of La Nonona?
Llorona.
Yomona?
Llorona.
Yosona?
Yo.
Yo.
Ro.
Na.
Na. Llorona.
La Nona.
Llorona.
Manona. 2 hours later. La Chochona?
La Llorona.
La Cosona?
La Llorona.
La Lolona?
Yo.
Ro.
Na. Llorona.
Lonona.
Ay, no, tú no sabes.
La Llorona. La Llorona. Babe, I got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set, go.
Alright, so The Curse of La Llorona. I think I said it right this time. The Curse of La Llorona is directed by Michael Chavez and it's starring actually Linda Cardellini. I didn't even know that she was even in this movie, but I think that she's a brilliant actress. I very much admire every time when I ever see her performances, whenever she's involved in within a certain movie. So yeah, Linda Cardellini is in this. Marisol Ramirez. Patricia Velasquez. Wow, Patricia Velasquez is actually, from what I remember in her earlier days, when she was in the Mummy movies, and I was just like, wow, that's still. I mean, I barely even recognize her. I mean, yeah, she still looks like her, but wow, Patricia Velasquez is still, you know, is still amazing. I mean, I think that she's very great at what she does. Raymond Cruz, yeah, Raymond Cruz is really cool, actually in this movie too, because when it comes to the whole movie itself, I was expecting to be terrified, don't get me wrong, I was expected to be terrified, you know, I watched the trailers, which really spooked me out, the TV shows, the TV spots would pop up, and I would be okay with it, you know, but, you know, it's like the type of thrill that I have when getting to watching the trailer to the movie, that feel where you just like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? And you know, then these scary things just start popping up, and you know, you're just expecting that same type of fear to be transferred over to when the theatrical film is released. So, but for me, I mean, I was in this theater and I went with my friends, of course, obviously from what everyone remembers from the picture that I posted on Facebook. You know, I went with my friends and, you know, we went to go ahead and watch the movie. I went with my fiance. She was spooked out of her mind. And I guess for me, the reason why I didn't get so spooked out, I didn't get so scared, was because I don't know anything about this. When I first saw this trailer, it was when we went to go watch the Mummy movie. I meant the Halloween movie with Michael Myers back in this past October. Saw it, didn't know what it was. I asked all my friends, "What is this? Like, what is that? What does the title even mean in Spanish?" And I barely even know any Spanish. So, and like, you don't know the story, so it's about, you know, it's in English, it's the Weeping Woman. So I don't know. Never heard any of it. My mom, she never told me anything about any of this, so which is great because honestly, I'm not a superstitious guy, so highly I don't even care about whether or not, as if this even exists or not. So like I said, I'm not a superstitious man, so I don't really care for it, you know. But it's so funny. I remember when I was a child that because I get the character that Raymond Cruz plays. He's one of those priests that go into the house and try to tell the demon to scram and all that. And what is the one thing he uses is actually something that I'm very familiar with, which is this The egg. Oh God, I wasn't laughing out loud in the theater, but I was laughing so loud deep down inside. Like, oh my God, he's using the eggs. He was using the eggs to wipe down the whole entire house. I forgot what it was for, but when I was a kid, and I don't like to talk bad about my grandmother because she's a very special and wonderful woman, but my grandmother, when she was still living back in the day and I was younger and I would get sick, she would rub the egg on my head, and I thought it was like, well, I didn't understand what this was for. I didn't know if it was a spiritual thing or if it was something that was actually going to make me feel better. So, and she would get the egg and she would rub it all over my head and my arms. I'm like thinking, okay, maybe she's using my fever to cook breakfast. I don't know. So I was like so completely freaked out. So when she would crack the egg and put it in the cup, and I'm just like looking at it, it's like, okay, so I see some white in there. Like, okay, I know the egg's not done. So what does this mean then? So I never really fully understood any of that. So that's why. And I have no offense against the Catholic religion or any of the spiritual speculations, so on and so forth. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not so very superstitious either. So, but I mean, all this stuff I was very unfamiliar with. But just having to watching the movie alone, I know for a fact that somebody told me that this is supposed to be something that took place, nearby a river or a creek or something like that. But apparently this took place in a suburban town, and I'm just like, okay, I guess we could do that. So in which case, it didn't really take me out of the film because, like I said, I didn't even know the story. So, and I don't know, it's just something about this demonic woman killing her children and then having to go off and kill other people's children. And I don't know, but to me, I felt it was a little bit ridiculous. And my fiance, she went berserk. She was so scared the entire weekend. She would not even let me leave her alone. And I told her, I was more terrified of the Chucky movie, the Chucky trailer, than I was with this movie. So that's the thing. Like I said, I love slasher flicks. I don't like demonic stuff. So, and this stuff, and having to point that out too, it's interesting because this movie's through Warner Brothers. And what's the most, well, not the most, but you know, a very good successful franchise dealing with horror within the Warner Brothers studios is none other than what you would expect. So, and most likely this movie does have a connection with it. So when I saw it, I was like, come on, because they actually played a trailer to one of their newer movies that is coming out later on within this year. And when I saw it, I was like, this has got to be something in particularly connected. So, which cases, of course, it was. So, and it's interesting that Warner Brothers is very popular with having to doing these set of horror films a lot more popular to go to rather than having to go and having a great successful DC universe. So I don't know. I think that Warner Brothers does have something going here with them, and they're going to continue on growing it from there. But unlikely when it comes to critics, Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie a 33%. For me, I gave it a 45%. So 45% is what I give it. It's because, like I said, this movie did give me some scary moments within the trailer itself. So I'm going to give credits to the trailer. But for when it comes to the movie, I think it was an okay film. When I watched it again, no, I wouldn't watch it again. Like I said, I don't really care for these movies. But most likely, I'd have to say, within my first experience getting to watching this movie, I find it to being an okay flick. You know, like I said, I won't see it again. But I really did admire how the theater was overly jam-packed full of people getting scared out of their minds. You know, there's several moments where you're just like, you know, like there's a little girl in this, and she's just so. These type of characters are so dumb. I'm like, why are you doing this? Stop doing it. They told you not to, and you're still doing it. And it's like, it brings a lot of, you know, adrenaline into the audiences. And I mean, I guess that's why they do it. So, but I don't know. I just find that the movie is just, it's a watchable film, but I wouldn't rewatch it on my occasion. So, like I said, 45% I give to The Curse of La Llorona. Like I said, my pronunciation is completely terrible, so forgive me for that. So, but yeah, that's my review for this particular movie. Did you guys go and watch it? What do you guys think? Please leave a comment on this in the section in the bottom here. If you have any other further questions, comments, complaints, or concerns, go ahead and do so. That way we can have an awesome conversation regarding towards this movie or any movies that you'd like to talk about in general, because I love to talk about movies, but more importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that Endgame is coming out this Friday, so go ahead and go out and buy your tickets, go watch this flick, and then that way we could go ahead and have an awesome conversation regarding towards that movie, because it's a very built up, highly anticipated film within the year of 2019. So I can't wait to go and see it. I had a lot of built up going because I've been doing a lot of live Facebook Live video commentaries on Facebook. You can go ahead and check those out, and like, subscribe, comment, and share on both my Facebook and YouTube pages. Just look me up at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews, and that way we can have a great time. But other than that, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream, and as always, stay awesome. Thank you guys again so much once more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.